Imagine yourself standing with the Israelites on the edge of a vast desert. The air is dry, the sun relentless, and the horizon seems endless. The journey has been long and arduous, filled with trials and tribulations. For 40 years they've wandered, yearning for the promised land. Each step taken in the scorching sand has been a testament to their faith and endurance. They have faced hunger, thirst, and the unknown, all while holding on to the hope of a better future. Now, finally within reach, it shimmers on the horizon, a land flowing with milk and honey. The sight of it fills their hearts with joy and anticipation. This is the land promised to their ancestors, a place where they can build a new life, free from the hardships of the desert. But before they cross the Jordan River, Moses gathers them. He stands as a pillar of strength and wisdom, ready to impart the final words of guidance. The river represents not just a physical boundary, but a spiritual one as well. He carries a weighty responsibility to prepare his people for the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. His voice, filled with authority and compassion, echoes through the crowd. He knows that the journey is far from over. The real test lies in their ability to uphold the covenant. This isn't just about inheriting land, it's about embracing a way of life, a set of values that will define their identity as a nation. The land is a gift, but it comes with conditions that must be met. It's about inheriting a covenant, a sacred agreement made with God generations ago. This covenant is more than a contract. It's a bond that ties them to their Creator, a promise that requires their unwavering commitment. Moses, a conduit of God's word, reminds them of their unique role to be a light to the nations, a beacon of justice and righteousness. His words are a call to action, urging them to live up to their divine purpose. But this calling comes with a choice. Each individual must decide whether to follow the path laid out before them. The weight of this decision is immense, as it will shape the future of their people. Obedience to God's laws brings blessings, a life of abundance and peace. The promise of prosperity is not just material, but spiritual as well. It is a life filled with harmony, where every aspect of existence is touched by divine favor. Disobedience, however, leads to curses, to hardship and suffering. The consequences of straying from the covenant are severe, affecting not just the individual, but the entire community. It is a stark reminder of the importance of staying true to their faith. This isn't about a vengeful God, but about the natural consequences of choices. The laws are designed to guide them towards a life of fulfillment and joy. Ignoring them leads to chaos and despair, a reality that Moses wants them to fully understand. Every action, every decision carries weight. The choices they make today will echo through generations, influencing the destiny of their descendants. It is a moment of profound significance, one that requires careful consideration and commitment. Moses, with a heart heavy with love and concern, prepares to deliver the terms of the covenant, a blueprint for living a blessed life in the promised land. His words are not just instructions, but a heartfelt plea for his people to embrace their destiny with faith and courage. The future is in their hands, and the choices they make will determine the legacy they leave behind. Picture two mountains rising from the heart of the land, Ebal and Gerizim. These two majestic peaks stand as silent sentinels, watching over the valley that lies between them. They are not just geographical features, but symbols of profound spiritual significance. These peaks, chosen by God, become a dramatic stage for a powerful ceremony. A ceremony that will forever etch its significance into the hearts and minds of the people. It is here that the Israelites will come to understand the weight of their covenant with God. The Israelites, divided into 6 tribes on each mountain, are about to participate in a living testament to the consequences of their choices. This division is not random but deeply symbolic, representing the duality of human nature and the choices that lie before them. On Mount Gerizim, the blessings of the covenant will echo, pronouncements of prosperity, abundance and peace. The air will be filled with the joyous sounds of promises fulfilled, of a future bright with hope and divine favor. The Levites, caretakers of the sacred words, will stand as witnesses, their voices carrying across the valley. Their proclamations will serve as a bridge, connecting the divine promises to the people who eagerly await them. Imagine the hope the anticipation etched on the faces of the Israelites as they listen. Each word, each blessing is a beacon of light, guiding them towards a future filled with divine grace and favor. But across the valley, on Mount Ebal, the curses will be declared. This mountain, in stark contrast to Gerizim, will resonate with the somber tones of warnings and admonitions. These pronouncements, stark and sobering, paint a picture of the hardships that await those who stray from the path of righteousness. The gravity of these words is palpable, a reminder of the consequences of disobedience. The message is clear. Every action has a reaction. The laws of cause and effect are immutable, and the Israelites are reminded of this fundamental truth. Every decision has a consequence. The choices they make today will shape their future, for better or for worse. This dramatic ceremony, etched into the very landscape, serves as a powerful reminder. It is a visual and auditory testament to the covenant between God and his people. The choice is theirs, to walk in obedience and reap blessings, or to choose disobedience and face the inevitable consequences. This moment, this ceremony, is a pivotal point in their journey, a moment of reflection and decision that will echo through the ages. Moses instructs the Israelites to build an altar on Mount Ebal. But this isn't just any altar, it's to be constructed of uncut stones, untouched by human hands. These stones, in their natural state, represent purity, a heart untouched by the corruption of sin. The act of building with uncut stones holds deep significance. It's a reminder that approaching God requires authenticity, a willingness to come just as we are, imperfections and all. The Israelites, with calloused hands and hearts weary from their journey, are being called to approach God with humility and sincerity. This altar, built with rough-hewn stones, becomes a symbol of their commitment to the covenant. It's a tangible reminder of their promise to live according to God's laws, to strive for justice and righteousness in all they do. Each stone, placed with care and intention, represents a step towards a life of obedience and blessing. Words etched in stone, preserving the covenant for generations. Imagine the scene. The Israelites gathered before a large flat stone, its surface carefully plastered. Moses, with a steady hand, begins to inscribe the words of the covenant. These aren't just words on a page, they are the very foundation of their new life in the Promised Land. Why plaster and stone? Because these materials are designed to last. They are a testament to the enduring nature of God's word, a message meant to be passed down through generations. These inscribed stones become a visual reminder, a constant presence in their lives. Each time they pass by, the weight of the covenant, the consequences of their choices are brought to mind. This isn't about memorization, but about internalization. The law written on their hearts as well as on stone is meant to shape their thoughts, their actions, their very being. Blessings for obedience, a life of abundance and harmony. The Levites, their voices echoing across the valley, pronounce the blessings on Mount Gerizim. Imagine the Israelites, their hearts filled with hope, as they listen to these promises of prosperity and peace. These blessings paint a picture of life lived in harmony with God and with each other. Abundant harvests, healthy flocks, and victory in battle are just a few of the blessings promised for obedience. But the true richness lies in the deeper promises, peace within their borders, unity among the tribes, and the constant presence of God in their midst. These blessings are not just material, they encompass every aspect of life. They speak of a society where justice prevails, where compassion for the vulnerable is paramount, and where righteousness guides their every step. The Israelites are being offered a vision of a life lived in the full blessing of God's favor. Curses for disobedience, the consequences of straying from the path. Across the valley, on Mount Ebal, the atmosphere is somber. The dark clouds gather, casting a shadow over the land, symbolizing the weight of the words about to be spoken. The curses, pronounced with gravity, paint a stark picture of the consequences of disobedience. The elder's voice echoes through the valley, each word a solemn warning to the people. These pronouncements are not meant to instill fear, but to serve as a sobering reminder of the seriousness of their commitment. The Israelites listen intently, understanding that their actions have profound implications. Drought, famine, disease, and defeat in battle are just a few of the hardships that await those who choose to disregard God's laws. The land, once fertile and abundant, turns barren and desolate, a reflection of their spiritual state. But the true weight of the curses lies in their impact on the fabric of their society. Families are torn apart, communities crumble, and the once strong bonds of unity are weakened. Injustice, oppression, internal strife, these are the consequences of a nation that turns its back on righteousness. The social order is disrupted and chaos ensues, affecting every aspect of life. The curses serve as a warning, a beacon in the darkness, urging the Israelites to choose the path of obedience. They are reminded that their choices have far-reaching consequences, not just for themselves, but for future generations. They are a stark reminder that turning away from God's laws will not only harm themselves, but also have ripple effects on their families, their communities, and their nation. The Israelites must weigh their decisions carefully, understanding that their collective fate hinges on their adherence to divine commandments. As the pronouncements come to an end, the Israelites disperse, each person deep in thought. The weight of the words lingers in the air, a constant reminder of the path they must follow to ensure their prosperity and harmony. The dawn breaks over Mount Ebal, symbolizing a new beginning. The light pierces through the darkness, offering hope and a chance for redemption. The Israelites are given a choice to embrace the light of obedience or to face the darkness of disobedience. In choosing the path of righteousness, they can rebuild their communities, strengthen their families, and ensure a future filled with blessings. The consequences of straying from the path are dire, but the rewards of obedience are immeasurable. The blessings that come with obedience are a testament to the power of faith and commitment. The Israelites are reminded that their destiny is in their hands, and by following God's laws, they can create a legacy of peace and prosperity for generations to come. Echoes of justice, ancient laws, and modern morality. These ancient laws, inscribed on stones thousands of years ago, still resonate with powerful truths about justice and morality. They speak to the very core of what it means to be human, to live in community, and to strive for a just and compassionate society. The emphasis on honesty, integrity, and fairness woven throughout the commandments forms the bedrock of any just society. The call to care for the vulnerable, the widow, the orphan, and the stranger echoes through the centuries, challenging us to embrace compassion and social responsibility. Though times have changed, the principles remain timeless. They remind us that true justice is not merely about punishment, but about restoration, about creating a society where all can flourish and live in dignity.